Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We get game 3 of a 4-game series between these Atlanta Braves and Phillies, and the Braves have dropped the first two. Can they bounce back? With a starting lineup of leading off, playing left field guard, batting second, playing second for Call, batting third, playing third is Jones, batting fourth, playing right field is Aaron, batting fifth, playing center field is Acuna, batting sixth, doing the catching is batting seventh and playing first base is McGriff, batting eighth, playing shortstop is Blauser, and on the mound, the professor, batting ninth, Greg Maddux. And for the hometown Philadelphia Phillies, trying to take the first 3 games of this series, leading off, playing center field is Dykstra, batting second, playing second is Utley, batting third, playing third is Smith, batting fourth, playing first is Howard, batting fifth, playing left field is Lazinski, batting sixth, playing right field is Hayes, batting seventh, doing the catch is Dalton, batting eighth, playing shortstop is Boa, and batting ninth on the mound, doing the pitching is Bunning. Let's get down here to Philadelphia, get this game started. And you see the Braves are now 5-5, 57 strikeouts, 31 walks, 19 doubles, and 3 triples. And the Phillies are 4-5, 75 strikeouts, 36 walks, 15 doubles, and 5 triples. And Ralph Garr is leading off for the Braves. He's batting .375 with no homers and 2 RBIs. This is Jim's second appearance. He is 0-1 with a lofty 81 ERA. And here's the pitch to Ralph. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes him out for out number 1. And Rafael Pakal comes to the plate, batting .227, no homers and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be against the righty, 16, and that's going to be a base hit. Rafael gets aboard here with an infield hit. And it's 1 out and a runner on first for Chipper Jones. And Chipper's batting .139 with 1 homer and 4 RBIs. They're going to do a little hit and run, trying to get Chipper's bat going. And that's going to save him from a double play. I can tell you that. That's going to be a ground ball down the second. Only play for Utley is the fire over to first with the runner on the move. And now you got Hank up with a runner in scoring position and 2 outs. And Hank Aaron's batting .324, 4 homers and 11 RBIs. Runner down there at second. Awesome speed, a single scoring. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Utley. He's going to, nope, that's going to be a pop up out in the shallow left center field, rather. Dykstra comes in, makes the catch. And the Braves strand 1 at the top of the first. Braves nothing. Phillies coming to the plate with Dykstra, Utley, and Smith. What's going on there? It looks like they're, I don't know what's going on. Give me we're going to exit out of this for a second, folks, and do it this way. I'm going to save this game. Yes. Then we're going to exit out of the game. And we'll get back in here because it looks like there's John Rucker's profile was down there like a ghost. We'll get back into the game here. See if that goes away. And there we go. That's going now. You can see that better. Alrighty. And Lenny Dykstra's batting .226, no homers and 1 RBI. And Greg Maddux, this is his 3rd appearance of the year. He's 1-1 with a 2.4 ERA. And here's the pitch to Lenny. And that's going to be a pop-up down the second. Raphael makes the catch for out number 1. Sorry, that wasn't a pop-up. That was a base on. Nope, that's 2 balls and no strikes. Redo that because the double Z. We'll get this right here. We'll get it right. So 2 balls and no strikes on Dykstra. And that's going to be against a righty. 19. That's going to be a fly ball out to right field. Hank makes the catch for out number 1. And now you got Chase Utley up 1 out, nobody on. And Utley batting .267 with a homer and 6 RBI. And he gets a hold of this. That ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is off the wall. Just missed a homer, folks. Greg Maddux able to keep the ball in the ballpark here. And now you got a 1 out double. And Mike Smith's up with a runner in scoring position. Just like the Braves had in the top of the first. Can the Phillies cash in? Smith's batting .371 with 3 homers and 8 RBI. And he's going to cash in, folks, as MADDUX getting hit hard here. And that's going to be a double in the left field. And that'll score Utley. And just like that, the Phillies are up 1-0. Now you still got a runner down at second and 1 out for Ryan Howard, batting .214 with a homer and 2 RBI. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. MADDUX strikes him out. Now there's 2 outs. And the Bulls up Greg Lazinski. He's batting .148 with 1 homer and 3 RBI. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Aaron makes the catch. But the back-to-back doubles gives the Phillies a 1-0 lead as we go to the top of the second. You got Acuna, McCann, and McGriff due up here. Acuna batting .174 with a homer and 3 RBI. And that's going to be against a 16. That is going to be a pop-up down to Utley for out number 1. And Brian McCann comes to the plate. And he's batting .286 with a homer and 3 RBI. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Jim's second strikeout of the game. 2 up, 2 down here in the second. And the crime dog, McGriff, batting .300 with 2 homers and 5 RBI. And that's going to be a base on balls. The Braves now have the tying run at first. Go ahead and run at the plate, and Jeff Blauser. Blauser's batting .216 with 2 homers and 6 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Utley. And they'll toss it over to Boa covering. And that'll end the inning. The Braves strand another one. We go to the bottom of the second. It's still 1-0 Phillies. And you got Hayes, Dalton, and Boa due up here. Hayes batting .238 with a homer and 2 RBI. And that's going to be a rare play. 11 and a 37. That's going to be hit out to left field, and Rouse out there. Not very good. And a 35 and a 1. 35 and a 1 is fielding column 3. And that's going to be a double in the left. The batter scores on an error. S runner stops it. Nope. That is going to be a 2-base error on Ralph. So that's a double in the left field. And the batter's going to score, folks. Just like that. It is 2-0 Phillies. And now you got Darren Dalton up with nobody on and nobody out. Dalton batting .227 with no homers and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes as MADDUX falls behind on him. And that's going to be a against the 20. That's going to be a ground ball down the short, and Blauser's up with it, fires over the first for out number 1. Now you got Larry Boa up, and Larry's batting 174 with no homers and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out the center. Acuña calls for it, makes the catch, and there's 2 down. And now you got Jim Bunning up, and he's looking for his first hit and first plate appearance for this Bunning. And he batted 179 with no homers and 5 RBIs in 1966. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Ralph. This time he catches it, makes the play, but the 2-base error by Gar makes it 2-0 Phillies as we get to the top of the 3rd. You got MADDUX due up here for the Braves, followed by Gar and Raphael. And Greg batting 250 because we don't need no stinking DH. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Hayes for out number 1. And now Ralph's up. Let's see if he can make up for that costly error. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And he does. He squares this one up, folks. Ralph trying to do it here at the plate after screwing the pooch in the outfield. And he laces that ball in the left field over the Bull's head. He's trying to track it down. But Ralph puts on the Jets, and that brown-eyed handsome man slides in the 3rd with a 1-out triple, folks. So now you got a runner on 3rd, only 1 out. And Raphael Fakal, who singled back in the 1st, is up. And the Phillies with a 2-run lead will play back. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. 56 and a 2. Fielding column 2. That's a line drive right at him. Jim makes the catch. The runner gets back to 3rd. Now there's 2 outs and a runner still down at 3rd. Here's Chipper. Let's see if Jones can deliver here and cut the lead in half. He's 0 for 1, grounded out his first time up. And he does. He blasts that ball in the center field. How far is this one going to go? Kiss it goodbye, baby. That's a 2-run shot, and the Braves tie this game up. Chipper's 2nd homer of the year makes it a 2-2 ball game. And Hammer's up now with 2 outs and nobody on. And he flew out to center field as Phillip Reynolds joins us here today. Check out his great channel. That's going to be a ground ball down to Larry at short. And out to win the inning, but the 2-run homer by Jones makes it a 2-2 ball game. We go to the bottom of the 3rd, top of the order due up here for the Phils. Dykstra, Utley, and Smith. As you see, the Braves' upcoming schedule. They got 1 more game here in Philly, and then they're traveling back to Atlanta, and they'll play the other Pennsylvania team. The Pirates will come to town. After a 3-game series in Atlanta, the Braves will go on the road to Colorado. And Dykstra's 0 for 1. He flew out his first time up. Not this time, folks. He squares it up. MADDUX having some rough innings here at the beginning. And that's going to be a double in the right field. So Dykstra's on with a leadoff double. And now Chase Utley's up. Can MADDUX pitch around this mess? Just got the game tied, and now the go-ahead runs at 2nd with nobody out. And Chase, he doubled his first time up and came around the score. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Let's see if Dykstra's going to try to tag up here. 42 and a 3 should be fielding column 1. And it is. And 2. And that's going to be a 23. He's going to stay put. That's a fly ball out the shallow right field. And now there's 1 out. And Michael Jack Smith, who doubled and drove in a run his first time up, comes to the plate. And he's going to do it again, I believe, folks. I don't know about the double, but he's going to drive in a run here. And that's going to be, maybe not. That's going to be a single in the right field. Nope, a single in the left field. And let's see here. Throw another dice, and that'll be a 50. And guard does not have a very good arm. So most likely, that's what's going to happen here. Alrighty, so we got, it's going to be a 50 minus 27 plus the 18. So he's going to score with no throws. So that's an RBI single by Michael Jack Smith. And just like that, the Phillies retake the lead. And now you got Ryan Howard up. The Braves would like to see a ground ball, maybe get a double play out of Howard. He is 0 for 1. He struck out against MADDUX the first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. 25 and a 4. Let's see here. That'll be fielding column 1. And that's going to be the old 3-6-3 double. Yep, that's going to be the old 3-6-3 double play. MADDUX gets the pitcher's best friend and gets out of the inning. But the RBI single by Smith gives the Phillies a 3-1 lead as we go to the top of the fourth. Acuna, McCann, and the McGriff. You got the mix up. And Acuna, he popped up to second to his counterpart Utley his first time up. And that's going to be a rare play of 43 and a 40. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Strike 1. So here's the 1-0 pitch. Ronald. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. The Bull makes the catch. And there's one down. And you can see the Phillies up on the schedule. They got one more game remaining here in Philly against the Braves. Then they go on the road to Florida to play 2 games. Then after that, they head out to St. Louis, play the Cardinals. Brian McCann's up. He's 0 for 1, struck out. And we drop the dice. And that's going to be against a 14. That's going to be a fly ball out the left field. And again, the Bull makes the catch. 2 fly balls to left here in the fourth, 2 outs. See if the crime dog can do something. He walked his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Bunning strikes him out. Braves go down 1, 2, 3 in the fourth. To the bottom of the fourth we go. And you got Lazinski, Hayes, and Dalton due up here for the Phils. And Greg's 0 for 1, flew out to right. First time up, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. MADDUX with his second strikeout of the game. 1 down here in the fourth. And Von Hayes, he doubled and came around to score on that error by Carr. Came around and scored the whole way. A little league inside the Parker. And that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes on Vaughn. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Aaron. He makes the catch for out number 2. That brings up Darren Dalton now. And Darren's 0 for 1. He grounded out his first time up. And that's going to be another fly ball to Aaron. The Phillies go down 1, 2, 3 for the first time. MADDUX is settling down. We go to the top of the fifth. Phillies hanging on to a 3-2 lead. You got Blauser, MADDUX, and then back to Gar. And Jeff's 0 for 1, grounded into a fielder's choice. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Smith. He fires over to Howard for out number 1. And MADDUX is up. He flew out to Von Hayes his first time out. As 007 joins us. Check out his great channel. Doing the 2008 inside pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field this time. Nice job by Lazinski. He gets to that one, takes a hit away from the MADDUX, and now there's 2 down. And here's Ralph. He tripled his last time up. Came around the score 1 for 2. And that's going to be an infield hit. So Ralph, trying to make up for that error, is down at first. with 2 outs. And Rafael Fakal is up and will guard try to take off here and get in scoring position. Be at 23. I think he will here with 2 outs. A 45 or lower, he's saved. And he's in there with a stolen base. So Ralph gets down the second. Now he's in scoring position. Let's see how many stolen bases that is for him. So Ralph down at second. And that was his first stolen base of the year. So now Raphael's got a runner in scoring position. Tie and run down at second with 2 outs. He's 1 for 2 today. Here's the pitch to Raphael. That's going to be a lazy fly ball out to Hayes. Hayes camps under it, makes the catch. And that'll end the inning. And Ralph gets stranded at second. And we go to the bottom of the 5th with the bottom part of the order due up here for the Phillies with Boa, Bunning, and then back to Dykstra. And Larry's 0 for 1. He flew out the center first time up, and that's going to be a fly ball out the right field this time. Aaron makes the catch, and there's 1 down. Here comes Jim to the plate, and Jim flew out the left his first time up. He's 0 for 1. That's going to be a swing and a miss. MADDUX' third strikeout of the game, rather. So 2 down now, and we're back to the top of the order. Dykstra doubled and scored his last time up. 1 for 2. And that's going to be a rare play, a 40 and a 13. And that's going to be a foul ball. Strike 1. So here's the 0-1 pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. And that's going to be a nice catch out there by the hammer. Takes a hit away for Dykstra. And again, the Phillies go down 1, 2, 3. To the top of the 6th we go. And we got the 3, 4, 5 hitters due up here for Atlanta. Jones, Aaron, and Acuna. And Chipper, his last time up, he hit the 2-run homer to tie the game up at the time. And he's back goes that one. Kiss it goodbye. It's the Chipper Jones show. Chipper 3, Phillies 3. Chipper Jones is driven in all 3 runs. And now the hammer's up. He's 0 for 2, grounded out and flown out. And that's going to be a fly ball out to left field. Lazinski short of the track makes the catch for out number 1. And Ronald Acuna's up now. He's 0 for 2. He has popped up and flown out. And that's going to be a pop up again down the second. And that'll be out number 2. So Jim settled down out there to lead off homer. And now it's up to Brian McCann to do something here with 2 outs. He's 0 for 2. And that's going to be a rare play, a 12 and a 38. And that's going to be a 24. And the team, let's see here. That'll be 10, 15, 25, 33, 36. And that'll be fielding column 1. That's going to be a fly ball out the left field. Lazinski makes the catch for out number 3, but the solo homer by Chipper Jones makes it a 3-3 tie as we go to the bottom of the 6th. You got the 2, 3, 4 hitters up here. Utley, Smith, and Howard. Utley is 1 for 2 today with a double, and he doubled again. That's a leadoff double by Utley. And now the go-ahead run again. MADDUX cannot stand to be tied up, it looks like. The go-ahead runs down at second with 2 outs. And Smith, who is 2 for 2, he has an RBI single and an RBI double in this game. And here's the pitch to Mike. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Big strikeout by MADDUX. Now there's 1 down runner still at second. And Ryan Howard's up. And Howard is 0 for 2. He has struck out and grounded into a double play. And that's going to be another swing and a miss. MADDUX with back-to-back strikeouts up to 5 now. Can he get the bull out and get out of this inning with Utley still at second? And Greg's 0 for 2. He struck out his last time up. Not this time, though, folks. That ball is hammered in the left field, and that's going to be a double. And that's going to give the Phillies a 4-3 lead as MADDUX can pitch around the leadoff double. Now, you got a runner at second still and 2 outs for Von Hayes. He's 1 for 2. He's doubled and came around the score on that error. And that's going to be a base on balls. The first walk by MADDUX. And now you got runners on first and second and 2 outs. So MADDUX can't get out of this inning here. Darren Dalton's up now. He's 0 for 2, grounded out and flown out. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes. Here's the 2-0 pitch, and that's going to be a fly ball out the gar and left, and that'll end the inning. But the RBI double by Lazinski gives the Phillies the lead right back. We go to the top of the 7th. It's a 4-3 ball game. And you got McGriff, Blauser, and probably a pitch hitter for MADDUX here in the 7th. Fred's 0 for 1. He has walked and struck out. Can he put the ball in play? And nope, but he'll take the base on balls. He walks down the first, tying run at first. Go ahead run at the plate, and Jeff Blauser. Blauser is 0 for 2 today. And they're going to do a little hit and run, try to stay out of the double play here. And it's going to pay off, folks, I believe. Let's see. That'll be a 18. That's going to be a ground ball down the second on a hit and run. And the runner will get down the second. No double play. That'll be a 4-3 put out. Now we'll have a pitch hitter here for MADDUX. See who's going to come off the bench here. Try to drive in the run. And it's going to be Dewey Evans. Evans is coming off the bench. The lefty. See if he can do something here against Jim. Drive in the tie and run here. As Greg joins us here. Let's see here. Where's Mr. Evans? There he's at. And Darrell is 0 for 4, looking for his first base hit of the year. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be against the righty. That'll be an 18. And that's going to be a ground ball back to Jim. He's up with it, fires over to first, and the crime dog gets stranded at second. And it's still a 4-3 game. Let's see who's going to come out of the bullpen here. I was only 2 outs. Well, then let's relook at this. Thought that was 3 outs. So hold on a second here. Does the runner score is the question. Runner advance rather. Go back here. Undo this. Make sure the runner. See if the runner advances. I wasn't paying attention here. Runner does advance. That was all right. So it's going to be still going to be a 1-3 put out. And the runner does advance. Everything's cool. And now we're back to the top of the order. Can Ralph deliver here with a runner down at third? He is 2 for 3. He's got a triple and a single in this game. And he is going to deliver, folks. That ball is squared up on Jim. And that's going to be a double into right field. And Ralph goes the other way and ties this ball game up. And now you've got a runner at second. Go ahead run. And I'd like to see Jim get out of this inning. He's due up second. And Raphael is 1 for 3. He is singled, lined out, and flown out. And that's going to be against the righty 16. That's going to be a single in the left field. And with 2 outs, you got to send him, in my opinion. That's going to be a 47, and Greg does not have an arm at all. Gar's got excellent speed, and he's going to score with no throw. And just like that, the Braves take the lead with 2 outs. And it is now a 5-4 ball game. And Chipper Jones is up now with a runner on first and 2 outs. They go out and talk to Bunning. He says he can get out of this mess. And Chipper is 2 for 3 with 2 homers. Can he hit his third against him, folks? And that ball. And that's going to be a 2 balls and no strikes. He falls behind on Chipper. Can Chipper take advantage of this 2-0 count? And nope, that's going to be a ground ball down to Larry. He goes a short way over to second. But the Braves scored 2 in the top of the 7th. Take a 5-4 lead into the 7th inning stretch. And Gene Garber is going to come out of the bullpen, trying to keep this a 5-4 lead here. Because the only lefty they got in the bullpen is John Rucker, but he's pitched 2 or 3 games in a row, so he's not really available for this game. So alrighty, so Gene Garber is going to come out of bullpen. See if Gene can get the job done here. He'll be facing Boa, pitch hitter for Bunning, and then back to the top of the order in Dykstra. Larry is 0 for 2 today. He has flown out twice. And that's going to be a ground ball back to Gene. He fires over to the Crime Dog for out number 1. That'll be it for Jim. Let's see who's going to come out of the bullpen and dugout. First, the dugout. Pitch hit here. And Sammy, I think, is going to come out here. Or is it Rollins? And Juan Samuel is going to come off the bench. Try to get on base here. And Samuel is 0 for 1 on the year, looking for his first hit. And that's not going to happen. That's a swing and a miss. Garber strikes him out for out number 2. We're back to the top of the order here. And Lenny Dykstra. And Lenny's 1 for 3 with a double and came around the score back in the 3rd. And that's going to be a base on balls. So the tying run down at first. Go ahead, run at the plate and chase Utley. And Utley is 2 for 3 with 2 doubles in this game. Here's the pitch to Utley. And that's going to be a hit by pitch. Yep, and he hits Utley. Not what the Braves wanted here. And now all of a sudden you got runners at first and second. 2 outs and Mike Smith up. Not who you want to see up here if you're a Braves fan. Smith's 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs on the game, a double and a single. Here's the pitch to Michael Jack Smith. And he's going to get him, folks. That's going to be a ground ball down the 3rd. And Chipper is going to go the short way over the 2nd. And that'll end the inning. So Gene gets himself in some trouble, but pitches out of it. We go to the top of the 8th. It's still a 5-4 ball game. And we have Aaron, Acuna, and McCann due up here. And I think the former Brave is going to come out of the bullpen for the Phillies. Bedrock is going to come out of the pen here and pitch. Try to keep this a 1-run game. Bedrock, this is his 4th appearance. No record with a 2.25 ERA. He'll be facing the big boys, Aaron, Acuna, and McCann. And Hank is 0 for 3 today. Can he get something going here in the 8th and give the Braves some insurance runs? And nope, that's going to be a fly ball out to Von Hayes. He makes the catch for out number 1. And Ronald Acuna comes up. Ronald's 0 for 3. He's popped up to Utley twice and is flown out. And that's going to be a rare play of 40 and a 53. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 1. So here's the 0-1 pitch to Ronald. Can he do something with it? And nope, that's a swing and a miss, and Bedrock gets his first strikeout of the game. 2 down here in the 8th. And it's up to Brian McCann, who's 0 for 3. He's flown out to Lazinski twice and struck out. And that's going to be against the righty of 15. That's going to be a base hit. Brian beats out the ball. Infield hit for McCann. And Crime Dog's up now with a runner down at first and 2 outs. He's 0 for 1. He has walked twice and came around to score back in the 7th. And that's going to be a lazy ground ball down to Larry. He fires over to first and gets Fred. And the Braves strand 1. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 5-4. You got Howard, Lazinski, and Hayes due up. And let's see here. Are they going to let Gene pitch? I think they are. See if he can get through this 8th inning, and then Craig will come in and try to save it in the 9th. So Howard is 0 for 3. He has struck out twice and grounded into a double play. And that's going to be a base on balls, not what you want here. So there's a walk. Tying run at first, go ahead run at the plate, and Lazinski. And the Bulls 1 for 2 with an RBI double his last time up. Ground ball could get him out of this. That's a swing and a miss. He strikes the Bull out for out number 1. And now you got Von Hayes up. He's 1 for 2. He has doubled and came around the score on the error by Ralph. Here's the pitch to Von Hayes. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Acuna. He makes the catch. Now there's 2 outs and the runner's still at first. And Darren Dalton's up. And Darren's 0 for 3. He is grounded out and flown out twice. And that's going to be with the runner at first. It's going to be popped up behind the plate. McCann takes the mask off near the screen, makes the catch. And that is 1, 2, 3. The runner gets stranded. The leadoff single doesn't hurt him. And to the top of the 9th we go. Blauser, a pitch hitter for Garber. And then back to the top of the order. Bedrock trying to keep this a 1-run game. Jeff is 0 for 3. He is grounded out all 3 times. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And believe it or not, the sure-handed Larry Boa fumbles, stumbles, and muffs that ball. That's an E6. And Blauser's aboard here with an error. That'll be it for Gene. Like I say, Craig Kimbrough will come in and pitch at the bottom of the 9th. Now let's see who's going to pitch hit. And against the righty, let's see here. Against the righty, who do they want to come off the bench here? And Freddie Freeman's going to come off the bench, see if he can add some insurance runs here. So Freddie's coming off the bench. With nobody out, a runner down at first, the Braves up 5-4. And Freddie is batting .200 on the year with 2 homers and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a pop-up down the short. Boa makes the play this time. That'll be out number 1. So now there's 1 down back to the top of the order. And Ralph Garr is 3 for 4 with a triple, a double, and a single. He's a homer away from the cycle, folks. Can he do it? And nope, that's going to be, well, not yet anyway. That's only 2 balls and no strikes on him. Here's the 2-0 pitch as we drop the dice. And that's going to be against the righty, 14. And that's going to be an infield hit for Ralph. So he gets a board here. So now there is 2-1. First and second, only 1 out. Raphael for calls up. Blauser doesn't have great speed down there at second. And Raphael's having a fine game, 2 for 4 with an RBI. Had an RBI single his last time up in the 7th. And not this time, though, folks. And that's going to be popped up behind home plate. Darren Dalton right at the plate. That would have been a home run in a phone booth. Makes the catch in foul territory. And that is out number 2. So it's up to Chipper. Chipper 2 for 4 with 2 homers. Can he get number 3 here and bust this game open? Here's the pitch to Chipper with 3 RBIs on the day. And that ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is back, and gone. Chipper Jones with a grand slam. A 3-run homer. And it is now 8-3 homer game by Chipper Jones, and Bedrock shakes his head. Can't believe it. 1 out away from getting out of the damn inning, and Chipper launches one. And the hammer's up. He's 0 for 4. He's flown out all 4 times. No, he grounded out once, and that ball was well hit. And all of a sudden, Bedrock, still shaken by that 3-run homer, gives up a double. Double down the third baseline as Aaron smashes it. He's standing down at second now. They go out to talk to Bedrock with the hammer down at second and 2 outs and an 8-4 ball game. And Ronald's up now 0 for 4. He has popped up twice, struck out, and flown out. And that's going to be another pop up. This one down the short. Larry calls for it, makes the catch. But the 3-run homer by Chipper makes it an 8-4 game. We go to the bottom of the 9th. And let's see if they're still going to go with Craig. Or do they want to go with Wohlers? Now that they got the 4-run lead. And it's not a save opportunity. And that's what they're going to do. Mark's going to come in the game instead of Craig. So Mark Wohlers will come in since it's a non-save opportunity. And Mark, this is his 3rd appearance. He's 0-1 with a 3.86 ERA. He's got Boa, a pitch hitter for Bedrock, and then Lenny Dykstra due up. Larry 0 for 3 today. And that's going to be a ground ball back to Mark. He fires over to first for out number 1. And now we'll have a pitch hitter here from Bedrosian. And let's see who's going to come off the bench here. Down by 3. Need somebody to get on base here. Jimmy Rollins is going to come off the bench. See if Jimmy can get on base down by 4. As Aaron Reed joins us here, check out his great channel. Yeah, John's on the roster. He's the only lefty the Braves have in the bullpen. I've used him 2 or 3 games in a row, so he's getting a day off. Might even get the next game off. Jimmy is batting 100 on the year. He is no homers and no RBIs. Here's the pitch to Jimmy, and that's going to be a ground ball out in front of the plate. And McCann should handle this one easily, and does. Picks it up, fires down the first for out number 2. So the Phillies are down to their last out. And it'll be Lenny Dykstra at the plate. Can Lenny keep this game alive for the Phils? He's 1 for 3 with a double. He's walked. Here's the pitch to Lenny. And that's going to be a base on ball, so he keeps the game alive. Lenny's down at first with Chase Utley. And Utley's having a fine game, 2 for 3 with 2 doubles. Here's the pitch from Mark. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Raphael fields it cleanly, fires over to the Crime Dog, and that's your ball game, folks. Braves win. Looks like a decent game, but it was close until that 3-run homer. They win this game 8-4. Let's check out the box score here. Chipper Jones was the man today, folks. 3 homers on the game. I'm sure that's what the star's about. Chipper Jones, 3 homers, and he drove in 6 runs. How about that, folks? Let's take a look here. The Braves, 8 runs, 6 of them driven in by Chipper. 11 hits and 1 error. The Phillies, 4 runs, 7 hits and 1 error. Ralph Garr got outshined by Chipper, but Ralph 4 for 5 today, scored 3 times. He had that costly error, though, but he made up for it at the plate. The top of the order did the damage. Look at that. They were 9 for 15 with 7 out of the 8 RBIs. Crazy. You had Rafael Fakal was 2 for 5. Chipper 3 for 5. All 3 of his hits were homers, folks. The Braves were 4 for 10 with runners in scoring positions. Like I say, you had 3 homers on the day, all of them by Chipper. And the Braves only left 6 men on base. Utley and Smith had a nice game. Both of them were 2 for 4. The Phillies were 3 for 10 with runners in scoring position. Didn't do bad. They left 7 men on base. MADDUX gets his 2nd win of the year, goes 6 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, only 3 of them earned, walked 1, struck out 5. Garber comes in, 2 innings, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Mark comes in, pitches the 9th inning with a walk in there. Jim Bunning was pitching a good game. Gave up those 3 homers. The only person he couldn't get out really was Chipper. He goes to 0-2. 7 innings, 7 hits, 5 runs. Walked 2, struck out 3, and gave up 2 homers. Bedrosian comes in, 2 innings, pitched fine until Chipper came up. 4 hits, 3 runs, all 3 unearned. Struck out 1 and gave up the 3-run homer to Chipper. Take a look here at the standings now and the leaderboard. And you got the Braves are now a half a game up on the Mets. The Phillies are now a game and a half back along with Washington. And the Marlins are 3 games back. In the Central, the Brewers are a half a game up on the Pirates. St. Louis a game back. The Cubs game and a half. The Reds 2.5. And the Houston Astros 4 games back. And out west, the Giants lead LA by a game and a half. Diamondbacks and Padres are 3 games back, and the Rockies are 3.5. Paul Molitor's leading the National League with a .457 batting average. Bonds and Sosa with 7 homers, and Bagwell with his 14 RBIs leading the National League. And as of right now, the ERA leaders are still at 0. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 pitchers with 2 wins. And now you got Calvi and Suter with 3 saves leading the National League. And Sammy Sosa still leading in MVP. And Juan Marichal's leading in the Cy Young. The next game on the channel will be the last and final game of this series. And I believe it's the battle of probably 2 of the greatest lefties in the baseball. I think it should be Spahn against Carlton. Yep, it'll be Warren Spahn going up against Steve Lefty Carlton. Should be one hell of a matchup, folks. Like I say, maybe two of the greatest lefties in baseball history. So I want to thank Aaron Reed, Greg, 007, and Phillip for joining us here. Check out their great channels, folks. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell for reminders. And on your way out of Philly, hit that like button and leave a comment. Till next time, y'all have a great day and take care.